Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, it sure is warm out today. So hopefully this next item will help me kind of alleviate that a bit. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my Boom! The Union Underground shirt. Yay! This is actually a picture of their front cover of their only album, An Education in Rebellion. What is Union Underground, though, if you're unfamiliar? They are a band largely classified as being the nu metal variety. They came out in, I believe, either like the very late 90s or like the very early 2000s. And they had a little bit of a run. You know, they were never like a top tier band or anything, but you know, they were touring, they were doing stuff, they gained some national attention. They actually ended up, fair amount of their songs anyway, ended up on soundtracks and stuff. Kind of most famously, one of their songs ended up being a theme for WWE at the time. And yeah, man, I mean, I got into their stuff back in high school, been a big fan of them ever since. They kind of tapped out in the early 2000s, so they weren't doing things for quite a while. But then just recently, the lead singer decided to kind of get a group together and, you know, start touring. I got to see him perform live not too long ago. It's actually where I got the shirt. And I liked it so much, I actually got videos of their performance. Those videos are on this channel, just in case maybe you want to check it out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in your direction. I think they're a really good band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, it's pretty warm out. It's not crazy bad or anything, but like, you know, we're getting to the point where like 80s are becoming more like the regular, and I'm not a big fan. So I had to go out, I had to do some shopping anyway. And I went over there and I'm looking around at the ice cream section, as I've been known to do. And it turns out that, well, there's a new flavor of Ben & Jerry's, and it happens to be, boom! It is Ben & Jerry's Impretzively Fudged, which is apparently a chocolate ice cream with fudge-covered pretzel pieces and pretzel swirls. So, yeah, I mean, it's basically, chocolate fudge and pretzel. That sounds good. Like, that sounds amazing. That's like a chocolate-covered pretzel. And it says, with pretzels aplenty and rich chocolate ice cream, this pint is packed with sweet and salty satisfaction. You're bound to be impressed. Making the best possible ice cream in the best possible way. Oh, yeah. So anyway, I reviewed some stuff from Ben & Jerry's before. I recently did their Marshmallow Sky, their Boston Cream Pie, one other one I can't think of off the top of my head. So they've been putting out some new stuff, and I'm here for it. But let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this. Let's give it a go. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Ooh. You can smell it. That wasn't as stupid as it looked. You can smell the fudge on it. Let's give it a go. Alright. This is the only problem with doing this is because I've only got the plastic forks. So I try to leave it in the car for a little bit, let it warm up, but man, Ben & Jerry's had some bomb-ass chocolate ice cream, man. Seriously. Like, I'm not going to say it's the outright best I've ever had, but I would genuinely put it in kind of, you know, fairly upper class in terms of the flavor. Because, like, there's just so much, like, richness and depth to it. It's so much more decadent than a lot of other, like, commercial chocolate ice creams. Man, that's good. So, yeah. Chocolate ice cream is obviously the major flavor there because it's the base form of what's going on. And then, of course, you do got chunks of fudge. You got chunks of the pretzel in there. It's one thing I got to give credit, and I've mentioned this before when I've done reviews for Ben & Jerry's. You know, not only do I think, I typically like their stuff. I don't think I've ever had like a bad Ben & Jerry's flavor. But, you know, their stuff always tastes good to me. And one of the things that I think really works to their benefit with that is that whatever they say is going to be in the ice cream, you're going to get. Because I've definitely reviewed ice creams where it's like, oh, it's got this and this and this in it. And then I go to eat it, and like, I'm like 3 spoonfuls in, and I still haven't gotten half of what they said I'm supposed to be getting. With this, very first bite, even though I didn't get a huge spoonful, I got the chocolate fudge, or I got the fudge, I got the pretzel bites. It was all in there. And yeah, man, that's just really good. Because it's just, I mean, it works for the same reason why a chocolate-covered pretzel works. You've got that nice mix of sweet and salty. And then on top of that, you know, it goes over there, gives it a variety of textures. You got, the fudge is chunky, but it's got a little bit more give to it. Whereas comparatively, the pretzel, you know, obviously it's got that nice crunch. Yeah, that's just really good. And again, every spoonful, I'm getting stuff. I'm getting fudge, I'm getting the pretzel mix. That's really good. I'll try to get in here a little bit deeper if I can without completely destroying myself. Yeah, let go. That's really good. I will say, I think for me, the penultimate spoonful is when you get a little bit more pretzel than you do fudge. You want all the things there. You want to get everything in every bite. But the fudge already blends with the chocolate, you know, to a certain extent. They're obviously not dissimilar. So when you go over there and you get more fudge than you do pretzel, or even kind of the same amount, it sort of overrides the pretzel to an extent, or at the very least it overshadows it. When you've got more pretzel, though, it kind of evens the distribution out, and then that's where you get like a nice, almost like 50-50 split on, again, that sweet and that salty, and that's just really tasty, man. Like, that's just really good. It's sweet, it's decadent, it's flavors that you know are going to work because they're going to work together. There's no two ways about it. That's really good. But, put it down. But, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I mean, I personally have to go with yes and yes on this one. I think, you know, like I said, I don't think I've personally had a bad flavor from Ben & Jerry's. Worst case scenario, I might be a little bit disappointed in the outcome of whatever the flavor combination they come up with. But even then, that's really rare. This one delivered on exactly what I thought it was going to be, exactly what it said it was going to do. And it had the flavors that I expected, but it was done in such a way where, like I said, you know, you got a nice smattering of all the elements in every single bite. You got all the flavors that you wanted, and it hit. That just hit really nice, and it tastes like it's supposed to taste. It's a decadent, fuck you ice cream that just, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, look, man, if you're having a bad day, you could go over there and grab a pint of this and probably improve your mood just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's my like new favorite flavor from from Ben & Jerry's, but I do like it. You know, it's doing everything I need it to, everything it promises. I'm a fan. If I'm recommending it to other people, man, if you've ever had a chocolate covered pretzel, there you go. I'm not, obviously it's not a 1-to-1 or anything, but it's the same general flavor profile, you know. And I think it just, yeah, man, it just works. You know, I think like I said, I think Ben & Jerry's has really good chocolate ice cream. So even as the base flavor, that's good. The fudge is good. Pretzel stuff is good. it's just good. It's not one that really requires a lot of explanation, and I can't really, unless you're not into chocolate ice cream or something, or, you don't like pretzels. Otherwise, that's just a tasty, good ice cream, and I think it's a smart decision on their part to put those flavors together that way, because it's nothing crazy or, super inventive, but it just works really well. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly chocolate-covered pretzel-tastic rest of your life. Chocolate-covered pretzels are really good. Although, if I'm honest, it depends on, the circumstance, more of a chocolate-covered raisins guy. It's just me. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal opinion on chocolate-covered pretzels? Are you into them? Are you not into them? Better question, what is your favorite or least favorite, what have you, chocolate-covered dessert-ish snack item thing? Like I said, you got pretzels, of course, you got nuts, like peanuts. Like I said, man, I like chocolate-covered raisins. I've been into them ever since I was a kid. I don't get them all that often. In fact, it's been a long time since I've had them, now that I think about it. Maybe I'll pick up a box and do a review. Maybe I don't like them as much as I remember. But like I said, man, I'm down with some chocolate-covered pretzels. They're always there for a good time. Though I'm more of a yogurt-covered pretzel guy, if I'm honest, when it comes to that. Anyway,